mercy and full of kindness. Allowed us again to be in his house.
Yes, it is.
One more time where praises can go up and blessing
Praise God.
can come down. As always, we solicit your prayers and pray with us and for us. And Lord will use us for his honor and for his glory. Miss Eula told me I was gaining weight. I done gained too much weight. Oh, Father Time catches up with all of us. I don't care how much exercise we do, it seems like it goes the wrong place. But I thank God for still being here. The Lord is still good. I want to talk about the church today. I want to talk about the church that Christ built. Not just a church, but a church that Christ built. And Jesus said in that 18th verse, he says, on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell or the gates of Hades will not prevail against it. Amen. A church that Christ built. I was thinking, about church, so-called church. And I found that the so-called church have gotten away from being the church. I submit to you that Christ didn't build but one church. And the one church that he built, it was for a purpose. That purpose was to be an example for the world. Not to conform to the world, but to be an example for the world. And you'll find nowadays in time, seems like every church is trying to be like the world. I was watching television and I forgot what the spiritual guy was, but he was saying that the downfall of the church is because of prosperity's preaching. Well, that could be an opinion. But the church is not for preachers to get rich. The church is not for anybody to get rich. The church has to transform lives. The church was not created to conform to the world, but to transform. And so what has happened is that we have got so-called church now. Why do we have so many churches? If Christ didn't do but one, why do we have so many? Each one have a different doctrine. Church of God in Christ, apostolic, different kind of Methodist, Southern Methodist, Southern Baptist, the Lutheran Church, Mormons, Jehovah's Witness. And how many gods is there? It seemed like there should be nothing but one God. So let me ask the question. What and who is the church that Christ built? Huh? What does a church mean to you? Are you the church? Amen. Or is it a building? Well, if you are the church, got to represent Christ. Now, I thought about this, and I was saying to myself, you talk to a lot of people, and you say, why don't you come to church or go to church? And the first thing they say is, man, I can't deal with them folks. Now let me just ask this question. Is folks staying away from the church because of you? Well, I got another question. Is folks staying away from the church because of me? You have to understand what the church is. See, the church was designed to build one another up. Amen. Has the mandate for the church. And it's you and me. Jesus said this. He said, thou shalt love the Lord, thy God, all thy heart, all thy mind, all thy soul. And one right behind it, thy neighbor as thyself. And so why folks don't want to come to church is because we are not displaying Christ in our lives. Amen. Now, you don't have to believe me, but the argument is relatively simple. Because now listen, if you are the church, you ought to be better than the unchurched. Amen. Amen. Well, if there's no difference between the unchurched and you, something is wrong. See, we profess to have been born again. We profess to have Christ in our lives. And so what has happened is that we have allowed tradition to take over. And now it's my church. Now it's your church. I saw somebody on television last Sunday, whatever it was. And the person was saying, this is my church. I'm the one that built it. And it's my church. I'm saying, church don't belong to nobody. Amen. Unless it's your church. But I ain't talking about your church. I'm talking about the church that Christ built. Amen. So if the church that Christ built, Christ has to be the head of the church. You can't be the head of the church. You can be a member. But if you do not display the characteristics of Christ, you are not the church. So then listen, I understand, really folks, you might want to be judgmental, but I understand why a lot of people don't come to church. Yeah. If you raise more hell in the church than they do outside of the church, why would they come to church? All right. Now listen, I'm not an advocate of not coming to church. I just understand some things about the church. You see, because Christ established the church for a reason. Christ was getting ready to leave. He knew that death was on the way. But he had to put some things in his disciples so that they would be able to stand in times of tribulations. See, the church folks, how can we be the church if we don't encourage one another? See, the church is supposed to encourage one another. When you are going through changes, I'm supposed to be going through changes too. Amen. When you are down, I'm supposed to be down. When you are sick, I'm supposed to be concerned. How is it that we call ourselves a church and we ain't concerned about one another? We got so many holy rollers, so-called holy rollers in the church. But they ain't nothing but religion. And religion ain't worth a quarter. Jesus said you got to love God, not with some, but with all. And you love him with all. Then you said you got to love your neighbor as yourself. Not do everything you can to make your neighbor fall. Love him like you love you. Don't you love you? And you love your neighbor like you love yourself. Then you're exhibiting the attributes of a church. If Christ came back today, I wonder, could he get in the back door? He might not be dressed right, and the usher might not smell right, and the usher might say, who are you?
There you go.
Because the only way you will recognize Christ is by the Spirit. Amen. It ain't about how you look. And the church ain't never been no social club. Amen. You don't have to believe me, but you go to some church and they look at you like you smell stink. Right. In other words, you're not supposed to be here. Jesus said, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden. And he said, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The church is supposed to accept everybody. There ain't nobody supposed to be uninvited from the church, but sometimes. I know we look at people strange. He's trying to figure out why you in my church. Right. You ain't got to believe me. Not only here, but everywhere. Folks look at you the way you dress.
That's right.
They look at you the way you talk. They look at you what kind of education you got. That's whether you can be in their church or not. Church ain't supposed to be no social club. No, the church is supposed to be for people who love God. Because watch this here. Once you become a church, the church, you better rest assured that you're going to have some tribulations. You see folks ain't going through nothing so-called going through. That's because they ain't the church. Because when you become the church, you got to be designed to go through some hell. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ himself went through trials, troubles and tribulation. He wanted his disciples to be prepared because he was on his way to the cross. And so they didn't understand what it meant to go through trials. He would be in trouble. Now watch this here, because when you ain't in the church, soon things get bad, you run. I ain't dealing with that. You see, listen here. You got to be able to suffer. Amen. Amen. You got to be able to go through some trials and some tribulations if you call yourself the church. Amen. That's why you got so many so-called churches now. Because the preacher want to preach what folks want to hear. All right. We got social gospel now. You know what folks want to hear. They don't want to preach what's in the word. They want to preach what folks want to hear. Right. Because look at here. Just because you pay a whole lot of money don't mean you're the church. Hey. Just because you got a master's degree or college degree don't make you the church. Right. You see people nowadays in time, they're status conscious. Yeah. Everybody want to be the big dog. Everybody wants to be important. Yes. But he says the least. Right. Sometimes you got to be the least. Right. When you understand what Jesus meant when he said, upon this rock I build my church, then you understand what it means to walk and follow him. Look at here. If the truth is told, if we had to get down to the nitty-gritty and be what Christ called us followers or disciples, most of us wouldn't make it. All right. Because he said, any man, any woman that will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. Nobody wants no cross no more. We want social gospel. We want the word of God to go along with everything we do. All right. We can't call a spade because we're afraid. Wherever you are, you got to repent. Amen. It don't make no difference from up here on down here. All of us come short. But when we come short, we got to fall on our knees. Because we can't call wrong right and right wrong. It just won't work. Why? Because when you got the Holy Spirit on the inside, every time wrong, it will convict you. You see, you can't just do anything and call yourself a church. No, no, no. When you call yourself the church, that means you are filled with the power of the Holy Spirit. When you call yourself the church, you got to be willing to go through some trials and some troubles and some tribulations. When you call yourself the church, you got to have joy on the inside. Not only joy, but you got to have power on the inside, because watch this here. When you are the church, ain't nothing gonna make you depressed, despondent, or despair, because you got somebody on the inside that promised never to leave you and never to forsake you. And so what we want to do is we want to be so-called church. We want the church to make us whatever the word. We want to be happy. We don't want no trials. We don't want no trouble. Everything got to go our way. Well, you can't be a part of his church if you don't expect some troubles. You can't be a part of his church if you don't expect some folks to talk about you. You can't be a part of his church if you expect folks to don't lie on you. Oh yeah, don't think they didn't lie on Jesus. Don't think they ain't talk about Jesus. Yeah, they call him a wine bibber. They call him all kind of different names. But watch this here. Jesus kept right on going. Kept right on preaching, kept right on suffering, because he knew that his disciples got to go through the same thing. Well, now he's in the disciples of Christ in here. Amen. 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 Oh, I wonder, is anybody in here a disciple of Christ? Is anybody in here is willing to go all the way? Not go when things are good, but to go all the way. To go in. It's easy to be at church and not in church. A lot of folks come just because of tradition. And when you leave today, if you weren't in church, you'll never remember the word. You'll remember the song. You say, oh boy, we had a good time. What was preached? What was the word? Oh, I don't know, but I know we had good singing. See, look here. Don't go to the restaurant if you ain't come to eat. Look here. Why am I going to a restaurant and pay my money, and then when the food come, I don't want to eat it? I go there to eat. Well, when you come to the house of God, you come to eat. Oh, no. This is not just a tradition. You come to worship God in spirit and in truth. And so if you came for any other reason, you're just here. You see, because it is the word that convicts. It is the word that convicts. It is the word that converts. If the word doesn't move your heart, you haven't been born again. You see, something about the word. There's something about the word. When I allow it to saturate my spirit, there's something about the word that gives you joy in the midst of trials. There's something about the word that gives you peace in the midst of a storm. There's something about the word that picks you up when you're down. There's something about the word that will saturate your mind, that will change your mind when you get into the word. And so watch this here. If you've ever been born again, if you've ever been born again, somebody else know it besides you. You see, one thing we got to learn as the church, we got to go in the hedges and the highways. We got to compel men and women to come on the Lord's side. Look at here. There's so many so-called Christians here that can't even go certain places because it's too filthy for you. Yeah, there's so many church folks can't even go to the hood because you're too holy. There's so many folks can't go in the liquor house and compel somebody without stinging. There's so many folks that want to go on the hill because you're scared. But you call yourself a child of God. I don't go over there. Why? I don't fool believe. Well, look at here. Before you found God, you were rotten to the core. And God had to reach way down. Had to pick your nasty, rotten self up. I'm so glad, though. I'm so glad that early one Friday evening came by my place, picked my rotten, nasty self up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground, compelled me to go tell men and women about the goodness of God. Now you can't go. Why you can't go? Because God hadn't given you the power to go yet. But I declare to you that when God put his hands on you, when God put his hands on you and touch your spirit down the inside, you will run, I tell you, and not be where you're walking faith now. You can't wait to get and tell somebody about the goodness of God. Why? Because if you call yourself the church, you got to have a testimony. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you call yourself the church, where is your testimony? Who have you told about?
Oh, yes, Lord. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Yes, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
You ever wonder why so many so-called churches are messed up?
Amen.
The devil created denominations.
Amen.
Yeah. How is it that we got the same God, but we can't get along?
All right.
Because you speak in tongues or because you do something that other folks don't do? How many gods is there? They don't have to run from Jehovah's Witness in the mornings because they got to be serving one God.
Amen.
But watch, even we as black folks can't get along because of different denominations. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Come you out from my mom, what does that mean? I can see they don't believe in God.
That's right.
But listen, what you will find when you become a part of the church, you'll find that regardless of the denomination,
That's right.
if a person got the Spirit of Christ
Oh, Lord.
in them, we can fellowship.
That's right.
Now, some of y'all say we can't fellowship with Muslims.
I can't.
That's how they divide us. Yeah. But when they're persecuting you for civil rights, they care about whether you're a Muslim or a Christian or whatever. We have to understand that this thing is real.
Yes, it is.
Amen.
Yes, it is.
See, divide and conquer. That's what happened in the church. Because we disagree. Then all of a sudden now we don't like each other. We don't talk to each other. We don't fellowship. Because we disagree. The foolishest thing I've ever heard.
Amen.
One spirit, one spirit. Supposed to be one spirit. One church, one Baptist, one spirit. How is it that I can't stand you? That's a spirit, all right, but not the Spirit of Christ.
All right.
And so that's why we got so much messed up stuff going on.
Yes, Lord.
And listen, folks, you don't have to believe it. You research it. Churches are falling off. And they're falling off from people who have been in the church. Because of foolishness in the church. Foolishness. Don't you know the disciples had disagreements?
Amen.
But they didn't fall out because they had the foundational structure. See, when me and you got the same Christ, when me and you have been born again, we might have differences. We ain't gonna fall out.
Amen.
We have differences because I'm me and you are you.
That's right.
We think different.
That's right.
But see, they ain't but one spirit.
Amen.
They were one. You either got it
There you go.
or you They ain't governed by you.
Sure.
It's governed by the Holy Spirit. And when you got some issues, you need to consult the Holy Spirit.
Amen. Amen.
Because it will speak to you. It will speak to you. It will tell you when you're right. It'll tell you when you're wrong.
Amen.
You see, the Holy Spirit, let the Holy Spirit be your conscience, not you. Because if your conscience, you will mislead you.
That's for sure.
Because you operate on feelings.
That's right.
But the Holy Spirit is your comfort,
Amen.
conscience.
Yes, sir.
It will tell you when you're wrong and when you're right.
Amen.
Ain't nobody right all the time.
Amen.
Nobody.
All of us
Come short.
make mistakes. Now watch this here. See? It's sad, folks, when the weak don't understand the church. You hear me? See, there's a lot of weak people going on. And if we don't go to them and present Christ to them, they got all kind of foolish thoughts about the church. Because the devil got them messed up.
All right.
And so you acting like them because you scared to go to them. Ain't scared to go to nobody. Tell them about the goodness of God. Tell them what the church is all about. A lot of y'all won't do that. You're too good. And so they look at you because you got a smirk on your face.
Yes.
And you got all those pious looks. First thing they say, I don't want to be in that church with them.
That's right.
And I understand it. People come to church, you don't never smile. You're looking mean and ugly. Like you're mad with somebody. And folks say, what's wrong with that person? You think I'm making it up?
That's right.
I heard somebody say that. What's wrong with so-and-so?
I know.
Y'all should have certain people usher. Listen, folks, that's one of the most important places to be, a usher.
Amen.
Because when people come into church, you want to see a smiling face. You had a bad night, don't usher.
That's right.
You would think, man, that the church is a funeral home for some of y'all.
Yeah, it is.
It's a place where you come to meet your God. Yeah. If you have been born again, guess what? No devil in hell will keep you from doing that. We understand the devil come to church every Sunday.
Yes,
You will let him steal your joy? No, man. It's more than a cliche, this joy I have.
hey,
The world didn't give it to me.
that's right.
And the world can't take it. That ain't no cliche, folks.
That's a fact.
Because when you get
That's
Christ, when you get him on the inside, you understand his words. In this life you will have tribulation,
that's right.
but be of good cheer.
That's right.
I've overcome all of that. And I've gone to the cross for you. So if you are willing and able, make your mind up.
Yes, sir.
Make your mind up. Oh yeah. Folks gonna talk about you and me.
Yes, they will.
Don't let it be true.
Yes, they will.
Don't let it be true. Because when it's true, you turn them on in your native way. We have to try our best to live above reproach. See, when your spirit is right, folks, you will affect people in positive ways. When your spirit is right. Don't care what folks say about you. You got the right spirit, folks won't believe it.
Amen.
They won't. Because listen, the Spirit of Christ is contagious.
Amen.
You got it? You're going to draw some people.
Yes, sir.
You don't have it, you're going to push people away.
Yes, that's right.
That's a shame. God bless you.